Hi everybody, good morning. This is Jean here, Jean Truelove from Truelove Quilts for You. I am in my sewing room today, and I've again been inspired by some of the suggestions that people have made for me just during this season to just not get stuck into a big job or making a big quilt. I'm making some smaller things, as you know. And somebody, I don't know who it was, forgive me, had asked me if I could make a little, I suppose a crossbody bag, which I've made before, but this is more just for a phone or for some sunglasses or a little wallet or something. And this is the what I have come up with, this sweet little bag, and I have put a little homemade tag on there, and that has a magnetic catch. The catch of this is it has 3 compartments, and I am including in this tutorial to follow just a few minute tutorial on how I made a little matching wallet. Now the wallet also has snaps, but it also has two compartments. I have made a little wallet before on a previous video. They literally take 5 minutes to make, 2 seams, but that one just had the 1 compartment. This has the 2. It's sort of like an origami type of bag. I have to disclaim, this is not my idea. I had seen a where is it? Is it on like in a reel somewhere where, I'm sure you guys have seen it, where somebody foreign speaking, I don't know the language, they have a tutorial just set to music in or speaking another language, about 30 seconds. This one individual makes little projects. This is hers, and it's all in centimeters, and it's all in a different language, and it goes really, really quick. But I thought, oh, that's really cute, so I figured it out. As you know, I don't do centimeters. Don't know that. So this is in inches. And I go slow, step by step, but it is an easy tutorial. It has the little hardware. You could just have it as a wallet if you wanted, but I did the little D-ring and the little lobster catch, and I just used a little bit of cord. The actual tutorial that I'm going to be showing you is on this black and white, and as you notice, I used the same fabric for like a self strap. I got my hardware on bulk by Amazon just for a few dollars, and this one has a little snap there, and again 3 pockets, and I'm including the tutorial for this wallet. Now when you go to make this, the whole thing is, however I have an iPhone 14, so when you make this, whatever you choose to put in your little wallet will determine how far your snap will come down. If you just want it as a wallet, or if you have a very thin phone, but if you're going to be using it, then you want to figure out where you're going to be putting either your magnetic catch or your snap. I was on a roll. I just was enjoying making these. This is a dress I made, I believe, for one of our granddaughters many 15 years ago. I just saw a little bit, and this again has the hardware and a self strap. Now I'm just telling you how to do the strap that I've sewn on, but you can get the sliding clasps to make it adjustable. So this could either go around the neck, perhaps, you know, for sightseeing, or very, very long down by your hip. I do hope you're going to enjoy the video that's to come. I enjoyed making them. I was on a roll. Why make 1 when you can make 3, right? Nice little present. All right, folks. Love from the True Loves. See you later. Bye.
And that's the wrong sides together. But since we're going to be sewing the pretty sides together, I always cut the pretty sides together. So I have the exact piece of fabric from the both sides that I've cut and I've sewed. So that's just a little trick that I have found. Now for our little wallet here, what we're going to be needing, my little snap wallet, as you can see, with the double little folds in there, we're going to be cutting 1 piece of fabric 6.5 inches wide by 24 inches long. That's this piece here. And again, I just am going to be cutting a piece of fusible interfacing just 1 inch smaller all the way around. That's it. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be fusing, oops, oh mate, careful. We're going to be fusing to the wrong side of our fabric. We're going to be fusing our smaller piece of interfacing. Okay, I'm going to go over to my ironing board, and I'm going to be taking one piece of my wallet and then one piece of my bag here, and I'm going to be going over and fusing the interfacing. Now also what we're going to be needing, maybe if you want to do it like so, you're going to be needing this hardware if you are going to be using it as like a crossbody bag. And I had gotten this hardware sort of bulk on Amazon. I think it was like $10 for all that lot, and it comes in sort of a gunmetal, a black, a gold, and then the sort of the rose gold. And it also comes with the sliders. Okay, it comes with a slider, which is an adjustable clasp to adjust a strap, as you know, like on backpacks or so. I didn't do that on this one. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing it on this one, because I may or may not. I'll see. I may use some extra fabric and make a long strap, a long shoulder strap or a long neck strap. Again, the size or the length of your little bag depends on what you want. You might just want it, you know, a little bag like so, that you can attach. You might want a long crossbody bag, again like this, or just something around your neck in front of you, like so. So it depends. Now what I did is I had this cording. Okay, I don't know if it's great stuff, but I had this cord, and what I had done, as you can see here, I actually made a little fabric stopper where I put the cording in and then put it around my hardware. But when I come to that, again, you're going to be needing a magnetic catch. I have a sew-on one, and again, I had gotten these from Amazon, and they come in silver and like a gold, and then like a brushed silver also. Quite a lot of them. This was just a little handmade, I believe I got that at Hobby Lobby, just a little handmade thing that looks like a little bit more professional when you do it. So that's what we need for our crossbody bag. Oh, and then I also have, as you know, the little cam snaps for my little wallet there. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my iron, and I'm going to fuse the glue side, the nubbly side, down to the wrong side of one piece of crossbody, and then to the one side of my wallet. So I'm going to be making the little wallet very quickly right now, the first thing we do. And as you can see, I have ironed my fusible interfacing onto the wrong side of the fabric. And what I'm doing with a pen is measuring from the bottom of the fabric. I'm measuring a line right across 3 inches. Okay, hopefully you can see that line. And then I'm going to come up and I'm going to measure it another 3 inches. And I've done that line too. And yet a third. I'm going to go right across and do another line like so. So we have that. This wallet is a matter of 2 seams and a bit of top stitching. So what we're going to do is, with the interfacing facing up, we're going to press that. We're going to just fold that on that first line, and as you can see, it goes right up to the second line there. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab the second line, and we're going to fold it and bring it up to that third line there. Now I know that that third line is equal with those folds right there. Okay, so you got that? So what you're going to do is you're going to fold up the first line to the second. You're going to fold back the second line up to that third, tuck that right under there. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to turn that whole assembly right around like that, and then you're going to fold up again the size of the wallet, the size of the pocket folds right there. Okay, and you can see that line there like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this flap right down to the raw edges, having clipped it on each side. The raw open edges are there, a little more than 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going to back stitch. You can feel it going through those folds. And then when I get to that fold right there. You can feel it. I'm going to back stitch just to reinforce that fold. Then I'm going to come up to the top and back stitch. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to clip that corner where the folds are and clip that corner, and I am just going to trim up this seam just a little where the pockets are, just so I get rid of some of that bulk. Now with the raw side and the pockets on over onto the left, I'm going to fold this little assembly in half here, match up that seam we just sewed. I did another video here of doing this a little single pocket. I'm just going to cut a small curve. You can cut it across. This is just making the flap just a little bit curved, like so. It doesn't have to be perfect, but as you can see, there's my curve. Now I'm going to go back down to that pocket assembly and just continue that seam right around about 1/4 inch. Just clip this curve here just slightly, and then putting my hand where the pretty side is touching the pretty side, I'm just going to turn it inside out. And we're going to just stitch right close to the bottom of that open flap. But on the inside, we're going again, just trim off that little corner, just like so, and then we're going to put our thumbs in and we're going to turn the whole thing again inside out. And I'm going to do very, very close to the edge, just a few back stitches and just around that curve. Since we have cut these pieces of fabric pretty side to pretty side, when we go to sew them pretty side to pretty side, we know that they're exactly the same size. Just a little hint that I used. Now what I'm going to do, here's our 19 long and here's our 14 wide, is holding the middle, I'm going to fold these edges together. Okay, there's 4 edges here, either top or bottom, as you can see, the interfacing to the interfacing, making sure everything is nice and flat, like so, like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a piece that is, let me just see, 4 inches down and 5 inches across. You have that? Okay, I'm cutting a piece. This is our flap right here. I'm cutting out this flap piece here. Okay, I'm cutting away 5 inches across the top and 4 inches down. Is I'm going to mark that like so, and then I'm going to get my sharp scissors and I'm going to cut that. Is I'm going to go over to my machine, and again a little bit bigger than 1/4 inch, I'm going to sew all the way around my unit here, except for about a 3-inch piece down here. I'm starting off of my fabric to make my stop, and I'm going to be doing a little bit more than 1/4 inch, turning my fabric. I'm just going to go right around my piece here. Now I'm just going to clip the corners, and what I'm going to do in here on the flap, I'm going to actually cut out, instead of just clipping, I'm going to be cutting out a bit of a triangle. Close, making sure all my points are lovely, taking time to pull out all my points here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to my machine and I'm going to top stitch very, very closely right around this whole assembly here. So I've ironed this really, really well, and what I'm going to do is, you can see my opening here. I'm going to top stitch, start at one end, very, very close, extremely close to the edge. Again, maybe only like a 1/16 of an inch away. Let me get that out. So here I am at my ironing board, and as you can see, I have really, really ironed this well. It's all top stitched beautifully. I can't reiterate how important it is to iron, 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 and press, press, press when you're doing a project. It just ends up so pretty. Now, as you can see, I have my flap up here. What we're going to do is we're going to fold this in half. Okay, right along, making sure it's all nice and tucked in. Because we have sewn it well and we've cut this well, oh, pardon me, just do a small crease along there. We will iron that back out. Okay, we're going to iron it in half like that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to turn it again, and we're going to just wiggle this flap here, just so it's about 1/4 of an inch, just about 1/4 of an inch, like an L here, okay, just about 1/4 of an inch. Okay, and then what we're going to do, just press that again. This will take just a little bit of finagling. You'll see what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be folding this top flap back over to meet this fold, okay? Just like so. And then the other one, I'm going to be turning it over, meeting that fold. So we have like a long sausage here, okay? Like so. You got that? Now, what we're going to do is we're just going to press this edge here. Just press it. Now, by all means, you can get your either a tailor's chalk or a marking pen. And what we're going to do, we're going to open it back up again, like so. We see all these folds. And I'm going to just go over. I see a fold right there. I'm going to go over and I'm going to stitch. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to stitch on that fold. By all means, as you can see, there's a fold there. And then we folded the other one under, right? So there's 2 fold lines for me. But if you, by all means, if you want to, making sure your corners are lovely and square, I'm just going to stitch along that. See that? I just stitched along there. Now, what I do recommend is you start your stitching about 1 inch in and back stitch and then go, because, or you can use what is they call leaders and enders, just so you don't get a bird's nest here on these back stitch pieces there, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we have an opening here and our opening here. We're going to turn this like so, pushing our folds like that, and our folds are going to be the exact width of our little purse here. You see that? With about 1/4 of an inch on either side of our flap, like so. I'm going to pull this out, pulling it out like so. Our flap is nice and centered, and then I'm just going to iron that. I'm going to press that down really good, like so. So we have that seam in the middle. We have all these folds, okay? And then our flap is up here, all right? So turn that around. This is where perhaps a shot of steam to make this really nice and flat. And this is where our interfacing comes into play. So it's not all floppy. It has some substance, this little bag here. And as you can see, my flap has that little bit there and that little bit there. So when we go to fold over, we have a little bit on each side of our purse here. Now, I'll just show you what we're going to do. We're going to sort of find the middle, like so. And press that. And as you can see, we're going to have a pocket there. We're going to have a middle pocket. I'll show you what we do next. And we're going to have a third pocket. So I'm ready to sew up my center pocket, but the first thing I'm going to do is I've chosen to use these little black D-rings. I've taken a piece of fabric, what is about 3-4 inches by 1.5 inches or so. I'm just going to put the pretty sides together. Just going to make the little flap so our D-rings go into it. It's a little bit stiff, okay? But what you're going to do is, our purpose right now is we're going to be sewing this middle flap together, okay? But this folds in the way. So what you're wanting to do is you're going to turn that fold out like that, turn it back on itself, so the fold is out of the way. The most important part here is that the top is matching, okay? So this fold is out of the way, but we're going to start from the bottom, okay? So make sure our edges are nice and together. Turn it around. Again, making sure our top's nice and together. And we've already top stitched that, okay? So try to keep on that top stitching. And the edges are right together, right together. And we're just stitching the second pocket on that top stitching there. Okay? Now we're coming up to the edge, okay, where the two flaps, and we're going to take our D-ring and we're just going to insert that in there. Bit thick, like so. So there, I'm going to turn this back. Oops. So there's our little D-ring there, ready to have a little strap put on it. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to turn this flap around so I can get to that center. I'm going to match the top. That's the most important. And then go to the bottom, pull that out, move that flap. Make sure your edges are nice together, having your little D-ring ready. But there you can see is our one pocket, our two pockets, and our three pockets of our little wallet. Isn't that sweet? Now it depends on if you want to have something thick in here, like I haven't put my snaps on, but if I want to have my wallet in here, you see that takes up, then I put my phone in here, and then maybe some glasses in there. It depends on where you're going to be attaching your magnetic cat. So you basically the same exact way. I would do a long strap of the fabric, put that on, stitch it on like so, and then because of time's sake, I'll do the strap exactly the same way. You can by all means try to put the slider on to adjust it, but there would be my strap all the way around, just maybe around my neck or way down by my hip. It depends on what you want. So there is our little bag. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, folks. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Love from the Trueloves.